Hello, welcome to Nixies Notebooks, and today what we're going to do is we are going to make a envelope to go inside here. I have my other pages of the signature somewhere else. Oh, here they are. So we're going to make a envelope thing to go into the center here. So it's going to be kind of hard to see until it's like done. So just bear with me because I can't really put a lot of it together until after I've done everything to it. Oh, that fits perfectly. How perfect is that? So basically this will be one envelope here, and then we're going to go all around it. We're going to add some envelopes, add some little things here and there, just that way it's kind of interesting. It's, you know, something interesting for the person who gets this. So let me make sure everything's okay. I have a little kitty next to me, huh? Yeah? You gonna talk, Nix? Miss Noodle? No? Not talking? What's wrong with you? She'll flash you over to her, but she's sitting in the middle of a mess on my desk, so I grabbed a bunch of different pieces of paper to kind of see what we can do. That's not what I want. Okay. So I thought this would be a nice little piece of paper to put on the inside, to make another envelope on the inside. What I found when I did this once before, and what I found was these envelopes, because of the way they're going to be put together, you have to be a little bit careful. You have to make sure that it's not too deep, or else you'll lose stuff in there. So that's where we're going with this. So, all right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down. We're going to first cut right along there. I'm going to use this as the inside of the envelope, and I'm going to show you kind of what I'm going to do. I'm not going to put everything together right away. Again, it's kind of one of those things you have to do towards the end. So that's the square side. My chair makes so much noise. I need to have the IT guy fix my chair. I think I've said it to him a couple times. I don't think maybe I didn't say it to him. I don't remember. He usually remembers everything I say to him, so this one makes a lot of really bad noises, a lot of creaks and like loud cracking noises. So if you ever hear that in a video, it's just I moved my chair a little bit. And I don't know why it made that noise, so because it just does make those noises. So I guess my question is, do I want this on the outside or the inside? So my plan is to make an envelope that kind of comes off here as well. So I'm going to want it to fold right at the edge of the envelope. So it's like, these are like little pockets, I guess would be a better way to call them. And I think I want to do it not that way. I think I'm going to do it this way. Moving my chair forward. Sorry, guys. So you have to be careful because this is going to be where I'm going to stitch and sew this in. Jodify did this also. She made one of these like videos, and she made it just like as a little envelope. I wanted to put it into a journal. I think she just made it as an envelope. I could be wrong. So then this one, I want to go that way. Some of these I'm going to... Sorry, my throat. Some of these I'm going to stitch. Some of them I'm not going to. It depends on my mood and how I want to do it. So basically that's what's going to... Oh, that's... Okay. So that's fine. We'll do it right there. So when it's over here... Oh, you did it wrong. Yeesh. Okay, so maybe we do it on this side somewhere. All right, let's put that one down because that's just going to annoy me now. I also wanted to use this piece of paper. We're going to find a place for that one. And we're going to try it again, except for we'll do it with this one. It's totally fine. I'm going to cut off the screen because it'll just be easier. I may just kind of cut this out, so we'll see. So this is where it gets tricky. This is where I'm gonna, so but it's gotta be, well, let's do it this way. Let's do this fold first. And then, let's see, so if I fold it, again, I want to give it some room. If I fold it over here, so, trying to figure out how to, that would be the best way to do it. I'll show you exactly where you need to fold it. Huh, there we go. This will be where I need to fold it. All right. All right, so that's a good way to measure it. So I don't know if you guys saw what I did. You know, I folded this kind of, you know, how big I wanted the envelope. I may trim off a little piece of that. Again, just trying to get in there. So also you have to keep in mind the stuff you're going to put in there. So if you're going to put in a piece of paper, so for example, if I put in a piece of paper and it's, let's try this piece of paper. So if I put a piece of paper in and it's like that, and this is glued down, and you're going to be struggling to try to pull that out. So that's why you want to give yourself a little bit of room. So like here, when I put this piece of paper in here, it's not going to be as difficult for me to pull this out because there's going to be a lot going on here. So you want to make it easy for people to pull stuff out of it. So yes, let's cut that down a little bit more. Let's do it this way. Oh, did I even finish explaining? No, I didn't. Okay, so what I did was so when I fold it like this, it's going to be there. So we're fine. I could put it anywhere in here. So what I did was I folded this first, and then I folded like, I used this and kind of lined it up and figured out, okay, so this is what the pocket will be. Where can I fold it to that it won't cause me any problems? Does that make sense? So I just flipped it over and used this as kind of like my guide to kind of see, because like with what happened here, if I glue this down right here, I don't know how that works. How does that work now? Oh my goodness. How does that work now? Why is that working now? Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. I can use this one too. I can use both of them. You know, maybe we'll make this one a little small pocket up here or something. Or maybe we'll put a little pocket on the other side. We'll just, ooh, why not just do that? Make that like a little pocket right there. I like that idea. Because don't forget, I'm going to have to decorate that too. So I just like to make this like fun and interactive. I like to make the centers of all my stuff kind of fun. So I'm just going to cut this down just a little bit. That's probably going to need one of these cutters here. And then this, I'm going to cut this down just a little bit more. I hope I'm making sense with what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to do is that I want to make sure that when I flip this open, there's plenty of room to get your fingers in there and pull out a piece of paper. Because if you do it up way too high, it's going to be hard to get something out. All right, so I'm moving my chair again. So maybe I'll put this right here, or I can do it on this side as well. So I have two sides that I'm going to have to decorate as well. Maybe down there and just kind of like leave the bird stuff. That's kind of cute. All right, not the bird stuff, the grass stuff. That's not birds. Wow. Okay. Let's see. So I also thought of doing something here. So I'm also gonna do, let's see, I found this, it's wallpaper. I found it at Goodwill. And my thought was, I have two thoughts. I think I'm gonna do it right there. I'm gonna have to reinforce this because that's gonna be on the spine. There's gonna be a lot of stuff coming off of it, so I am gonna really want to reinforce it. That's sticky from the sticker. So I could do something like this along the edge. And what I could do, so this is my thought process, is to get another piece of paper, kind of fold it so that the cover is in here and then fold it over, if that makes sense. So like I would stick this in between the two pieces of paper right here. So it would be another envelope, but I want to make that envelope a little bit bigger, almost the size of this. So let's work on getting this glued down first. So let's do this. This is like, you're supposed to like paste it down. I don't know, I didn't do that. I like that one birdhouse right there, so definitely want to keep that in there. Cut off the other two birdhouses. I think that'll be fine. This is just wallpaper. Okay, I've never used wallpaper ever in my life, so but I got to figure out what paper I'm going to put down there. So again, I'm going to use these lines to kind of give me an idea of where I want the paper to go. I think I want the bottom to be a little bit bigger than that. And then this doesn't matter whether or not this covers this or not, because this is not going to be the actual it's going to go like this and then there like that. You can even actually push it out just a little bit. Don't want to push out too far though. There we go. Yep, liking that. All right, what am I going to do it this way? I think that's too big on that side. Okay, all right. So I like that one already, so I'm just going to trim up the edges real quick. Just make sure everything is somewhat straight. So this way, right? Yeah. Do as close as we can. Oops. Sorry, Noodle, didn't mean to wake you up. All right, so that's what we'll do there. So that will be a fold in from here, and we'll have a little envelope right there. Yep, I like that idea. I think that'll work out pretty well. We're gonna decorate some of these too, so they're not just like plain Jane just sitting in here. So. All right, so we got that one done. So before I start doing too much, I have to figure out how I want to do some of this stuff. If I want to sew some of the pieces together, or if I want to like make it like a true envelope and kind of, you know, make it folded over like a real envelope. I think this one I'm gonna sew. Is that the right side? I don't remember which side is the right side. That one is. So I'm gonna probably sew this down just because I want to. So it'll be like a little pocket that's sewed. So I'm gonna do that right now. So hold on one second. So I grabbed a little piece of fabric. This is obviously from the front cover of the journal, if you guys remember, but anyways, I just decided to throw up a little piece there. And this is why I try not to do everything right away, because now I realize I want to ink the edges. Ugh. You know what, this one's just not gonna be inked. That's all there is to it. I think it's okay to not have something inked. I think it's all right. I don't know what I'm gonna do on the inside though. Inside's very white. Ooh, I know what I could do. Hold on. I will have to cover some things, but I can do that. I got an idea. I'll make it distressed. It won't be the same as all the others that I do distressed, but it'll work. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use some spray. I have some copper and gold spray. I'm going to use that on it. That should help tremendously. I like to go back and forth because it gives me a chance to tie the ends off like this. You don't necessarily need to do that. I just like to do that. You can do a knot stitch. I don't do that though. Oh, come on. I'm sure there's better ways to do it. I'm just not doing them, I guess. So there you go. Yep, not tying. This is almost as fun as inking, so sorry. It's kind of boring. Here we go. How long has this been going on for? Oh boy, this is going to be a long video. I knew it was going to be, but it's not going to be that long, so we'll see. I have two other journals I'm in the process of completing. I have a hard time working or switching between two different journals. I don't know if it's just because I get into a mindset of one journal and I can't go to another journal. Like I see, there's a couple people I've seen who do mass making, like mass journal making, and I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, there's no way I could do that. There's just no way. You know, I've seen the tutorials and everything, and I'm like, no, that's never gonna work for me. So, all right, let's do it with this. Right, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna hold that down like that. Hopefully that will stay. I'm gonna get my little copper spray out. And I'm doing this so we don't get too much. Wow, that doesn't look all that great, does it? Maybe we should blot that a little bit. Let's blot it with this. There we go. That's what I wanted. I wanted it more of a... So I'll have to spray down in there too. That was not what I thought it would do. So I think I should have used the gold spray. I'm gonna spray a little bit down in there, don't we? Let's blot the crap out of this. This will make for nice paper to use later. Alright, so we're going to let that dry a little bit since I've now totally... So I did not ink it. Instead, I used this copper. It's like a mica spray. It's probably disintegrating as we speak. I've had it for so long. So that one I blotted a little bit more. I think that'll work perfectly. So there we go. Yeah, I think that's going to work. I like that. All right, we're going to let that dry. Okay, let's look at these. Let's do a little bit of... Why does that look like it's crooked? All right, it's crooked. If it is, it is. We're just going to live with it. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Okay, so I'll do it on this one. We're going to make this one like look more like a little envelope than the other ones. Do we have to? I mean, we could just do it like this. Put a little bit of ruffle down the borders. You know what? No, I'm debating. Oh, I hate when I get this way. So there's a way you can, you cut the edges and then you make it into like a little envelope, but I kind of like these better, like just looking like this. I don't know. Everyone's thoughts may not be in the same place as mine, but that's okay. So I'm just going to ink this up a little bit. I'm just gonna glue that one down so it kind of just does that. Yeah, why not? So I don't have to do the back, which I already did. Good job. Everything always looks crooked to me. It might be crooked. If it is, I apologize. I just have my issues. I have copper glitter everywhere. Yeah, I got it on here too. That's all right. I think that part's gonna be covered up anyways, so. Really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just inking everything up a little bit. Barely see it anyways, so. Alright. Let's round the corners. Give them a little bit more of a cute little touch. And I lost my corner rounder again. Oh my goodness. And of course I already inked everything, which was brilliant. Where is my, oh, duh, it's like right here. Sorry. You're one of those days where you just feel like you're like losing your mind. Is what is happening to me today. Oops. Inking, the best part of any video. Beautiful thing about this, these ink pads, like once you get them kind of working really well, like you don't need to ink them as much. You just kind of put a little bit on and it works. There we go. That's what I wanted. All right, so we got this. Probably gonna sew up the sides there. And then this will be just the cover, which I may have to make sure I really work that cover. Oh, look at that. We haven't here. Okay, yeah, this is going good. Wait, didn't I just say, oh, it is inked. It's inked. Just not very bright, that's all. Almost want to maybe, I don't know what I'm going to do here. Maybe put a little flap or something. We'll see. Okay, so how do I want to do this area? I know it's supposed to have birds and stuff, but I'm just kind of trying to... That's pretty. I mean, yeah, it'll be closed in there. Maybe not. All right. Just trying to figure out what I want to do. Do I want to do like a... do that and then do that there? And maybe do that up there, and then maybe... I could do it in there too. There's plenty of it. I mean, I can, obviously. And then I can just use up this piece of paper. All right, let's do that. I'm mumbling to myself now. Yay! All right. Let's see. And the only thing I need to do is cut just a smidgen off the top. What this is going to be is just going to be just a little piece in there to kind of make everything more pretty. There we go. So let's cut the corners off here. And yes, we're going to ink again. Let's make this go faster though. Of course, if you do put more ink on it, it does go a little bit faster. Sorry guys, let me just sit through all that inking. So I'll put that right there. Let's see, now I need to, if I cut another one, that should be, we'll have, maybe I just leave it just like that. Let me put some, well, see, if I put something on the outside, then I gotta put it there too. That's my problem. Well, let's see what happens. That's definitely gonna be too short, isn't it? Yep. I think that one and that one can be cut in half. And then the only thing is I have to be able to fit another piece there. Well, let's see what happens. I got a little too crazy there. On this side, that's the side I really want. Okay. Well, basically, is it right where those leaves are? Yep. I could always just cut this piece out and just, that piece can be glued down, and I'll put another piece there and there, and then we can put a little tag in there like that. The big rose. We won't make it a crazy tag. We'll just make it a small little tag so you can pull it in and out. There we go. That's what I'm gonna do. So about how much do I cut off? About right there. That should work. Yeah. I'm talking to myself. I'm mumbling. That's how the thought process goes. At least I'm not. I realize I stare. Sometimes I sit and I just stare at the paper for like a good couple minutes, and I'm like, wow, this is awful. I got to make sure I edit that out. No one wants to see that. And I feel like I move like in slow motion. Like I'm like, oh my gosh, can you go any slower? So I do try to pick up the speed a little bit, but I don't know how well I do that. Okay, perfect. I like that idea a lot. And then we'll just make a little tag in here. Let's make sure this is all square. I don't think it is. Could be that my eyes are just off a little bit. It happens a lot. Because the paper is so pretty, I'm just going to leave it the way it is, just because I like it. So, and it has a nice backing to it, so this paper does have a nice backing. So see, nice backing. You guys see what I'm doing? Am I even in the video camera? I should be. Hold on, let me check, make sure. I know, it's a big old mess. Let me take that and let me move this all up here so we're like kind of, so you're not looking at the corner of the screen and be like, what is she doing? And then of course I have to pull in my chair again. Alright, so I think I'm going to use this to glue them down. I'm really hesitant. No, I think I'm going to use my fabric fix. This is going to go in here as like a little tag, just a little piece of paper. I'll link those edges later. And this is going to go on the back. So where am I going to put this now? That is something, I'm going to put it right here maybe. Could put it like this. Nope. Oh, well, it would sit like this the whole time, so it wouldn't matter. Changing my mind again. feel like I need like a red or something in here to kind of just break up that brown a little bit. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I think this will actually look good once yeah, that's perfect. That was just around the corners. I think it looks fine. I don't know. I'm having issues. I keep thinking that everything looks crooked to me, but I think it's just my eyes playing tricks on me. It doesn't have to go all the way down because no one's going to see all the way down. I mean, we're not going to open this up. It's going to be a closed thing. That sounds awful. But yeah, it is. That's what it's going to be. So there we go. We have our centerpiece. It isn't as big as the other pieces, but that's okay. It doesn't need to be. I don't need to do the whole thing. I like to make sure I get all of the edges because my fear is that I'm not going to, and then, yeah, you know, and it unsticks. Of course, I got a bunch of goop right there. Goodness gracious. Well, it doesn't matter. It's the bottom, so. And I'm talking to myself again. Does not want to stick down, does it? Oh, there's glue everywhere. Oh, what a nightmare. Ugh, I'm struggling with this glue, and I don't know why I'm struggling so hard with this glue. I don't know if it's just because it's summer and it's, you know, kind of gross outside. I just don't know. Hold on. But it's been a constant struggle for the last couple months, and this is a new batch. Like, I just bought this, so I don't know if maybe they changed their formula a little bit because they couldn't get everything they needed because of pandemic or whatever, you know, still leftover pandemic stuff. I'm not sure. All I know is that I've been struggling with it. I don't know if anyone else has been having that problems. I might try a different brand. This is the big one, so this goes. It's gonna go on here. See, it's just not sticking. I don't know what my problem is. Over. Sorry, I'm working at the edge of my desk again. Let's do it this way. I have glue everywhere. That's just glue. It's not anything else. It's not like it's a booger or anything. Just thought I'd share. Alright, let's put this under some stuff. See how that, oh, I gotta do the back too. Still, mother. I'm just not sure what is going on. Like I said, I've never had this problem with the glue before, and it peels. Like, I found it's been peeling, and I'm like, well, that's not fun. No one wants their glue to peel. It's just getting everywhere. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna put this under something and see if it all holds down. If not, we'll be doing some stitching too. Yay! Yay, stitching. So this is gonna be glued down. So my thought is, I kind of tear it, and then spray that copper stuff on it. And that way, and then just glue it in here. So it'll be like a little insert on the inside of this. And then I can collage right here. And I can kind of collage, make sure I'm just collaging like on this side, but if it goes a little bit inside, that's fine. I don't want to probably do too much collage though. I could do a stamp. I could stamp something there, like a birdie. Okay. Just gonna rough up the edges a little bit here. Let me get this out again. go. Alright, oh my gosh, my chair's driving me nuts. Actually, I think I like that side better. It's got that nice colored edge there we're going to use. Alright, let's find one of my bird stamps. Don't remember which ones I've even used, but I think I'm going to do the hummingbird this time. Do it up there, and then maybe stamp beautiful right there. I like that. I do. I'm sorry, I'm pulling back my chair again. Hummingbird up there. Yeah. I seriously just had one of those. I'm gonna do it in that color too. It's a kind of a warmer tone. I never know how I'm supposed to do these things, so. Gonna be brown, so be prepared. I like it. I think it's just doable. All right, and we're gonna do the beautiful along the side. Like that stamp. Probably should have done that in a darker color, but it's too late now and I'm not changing it, so. And the angle's kind of funny too, but that's okay. We'll all survive. I just rocked it. Look him out okay. All right, there we go. There we go. It's kind of off a little bit, but we're just gonna live with that. I don't know how to put these back in here. There we go. No, don't stick to that. Alright, that works. Now we'll go in like that. And it is off. That's really going to drive me nuts, isn't it? No, it's not. It's not. I'm not going to let it drive me nuts. We're just going to let it go. Alright. Because this is glossy and stuff, I'm going to use this glue just to make sure. I probably will stitch around the edges as well, just to make sure it stays down, but just in case. It doesn't matter, it's not all the way down either because this is going to be folded up. And oh, those corners are going to kill me. They just are not freaking. That's the problem once you glue, you dye it, you dye your paper, sometimes it doesn't like to it doesn't lay flat 'cause it's kind of curled, but that's okay because I'm going to sew along those two lines right there. That's totally fine. All right, let's see here. I have a small hole puncher. Where is that? That'll be too small, I think. Yeah, that one's too small. That one's too big. Yeah, I don't want all of that. That's all right. We're just gonna forget that idea. Okay, I won't video that. I think I may sew down there too. My big problem though, if I sew down here, it's gonna, this might not be as sturdy. That's okay, so we're gonna have to cover that anyways, I think, with something. Let's see, what do we have in here that is not too crazy? Will still work. Yep, that'll work just fine. Always put this stuff on here because it really helps hold the tape down. And keep it down and stuck. Don't do that. Oh, stupid tape. I should cut it off. If I cut it off though, it rolls up sometimes. I really hate that. Alright. This really should not be that hard to get straight. I can't see that underneath there. Okay. Straight enough. All right, so let's cut from this side. Now we have this big white piece of paper here. We're not going to want it to be all white, so we just do this. There we go. And now it looks a little browner. Very easy, easy peasy. Okay, so my microphone lost battery. This the full video was close to 2 hours. It's been crazy to edit. This is probably one of the longer videos I've edited in quite some time. I'm not a big fan of editing these. So you'll probably notice that my jumps are a little weird. I had to cut out a lot of stuff because a lot of stuff just wasn't needed in the video. Like some stuff I did that I actually didn't put on this envelope. So, it's okay. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm gluing that piece of, I'm gluing the piece of the blue envelope, the flap of the blue envelope, in between the flap of the very big envelope and the birdhouse wallpaper. That way it'll keep it, we'll just give it a little more strength. I do like to reinforce a lot of the stuff that is, especially on this, but in general I do like to reinforce a lot of stuff because especially if it's a hinge that gets used a lot, the thinner papers sometimes tend to kind of get worn a little bit, so you really don't want that to happen. I never suggest using your project as a glue mat like I am here. It will just lead to heartache, and it did in several places in this video. A lot of places in this video. So, yeah, this was a really frustrating one. So, you see me here, I'm just cutting off the excess wallpaper. I cut really slow. Alright, so next is I'll make this little envelope out of this blue and yellow bird paper that I have found somewhere in my stash of papers. It's not even a stash, it's a freaking mountain of papers. Oh, I'm gonna do a haul video where I show I got more stuff. Yay! Alright, here is the washi tape. So I'm gonna reinforce again the crease edges just because the paper is a little bit more thin. If it was cardstock, I wouldn't worry as much, but because it's not, I'm a little more worried about it. It's thinner paper. It can get caught in stuff, that sort of thing. So I'm just gluing down I glue on top of my washi tape. Just kind of get a better seal there. There you go. I'm just checking size. Yep, so this video was a difficult video to make because this has so many moving parts and you can't put it all together. You just can't sit there and just put it together piece by piece by piece. So I was constantly trying to think of what I needed to do. So you kind of have to like get all the pieces kind of ready and then start putting it together, if that makes sense. So like when I did the blue paper and I forgot to ink the edges. I mean, it's simple, small stuff, but yeah, that's the sort of stuff. I also I was like, okay, well, I only have to ink around a little bit of the edge on the red one, but then it turned out that I flipped the paper upside down, so the non-inked edge is actually the part you see when you open the other red envelope there. So I don't know what I was thinking. So you do have to, yeah, it is something you do have to really look at and make sure. And again, I mean, this video is becoming like monstrously long, so I was probably trying to hurry because I knew it was gonna be long, and I just knew. And I'm actually probably kind of glad that the sound isn't on because I start to get really defeated sounding like at the end of this video, and it's awful, just totally awful. So, alright, so I inked up some edges there. I am gluing this down. Glue. There we go. I only inked on the outside because that's really all I need. I decided that, so talking about reinforcing, sorry. So blue envelope right there, with the little symbol on it, and then, yeah, there's only one blue envelope there. So this is the back of it, and what happened was, I realized there's nothing supporting that, and there's a lot of stress right on that paper because of the way I made it sit in between the other two pieces of paper. So I took that big piece of washi tape and I put it across the back to help with, just to kind of help strengthen it a little bit. That's all. It's the only reason why I did it. I thought it matched nicely. I'm going to say I'm not a fan when I buy washi tape from now on, like if it's going to be in those bigger rolls, I'm going to make sure it has backing on it. I struggle too much with the stuff that doesn't have backing, and it becomes to be a real problem because I don't know, they just don't, they rip, like the edges, like where they've been cut, like kind of like get stuck or caught and then they rip. So you have to be like really careful. It's not easy to use. So, but the ones that are backed, like with a piece of paper, you know, like a sticker almost, those seem to work a little bit better. Food for thought. Plus, when you have those ones like that, especially because that one had gold in it, the gold will peel off on the sticky stuff. So because it's stuck right on top of, the other layer. So the sticky stuff pulls all the gold off. So you get kind of an after image on your, your washi tape as well. All right. So here, I'm I'm just measuring out some lace. I figured I wanted to spruce up this envelope just a little bit. And what I did was I just used the same measurement. I figured they'd both be about the same. I'm inking up the edges on the outside. I have sewed down the lace. I don't know if you saw it there. So I sewed it down just to kind of, I don't know, give it a little something, a little something, something. I found glue. See, that's why you don't use your projects as glue boards. They don't work, and it just leads to a lot of frustration, tears, things getting thrown, paper getting crumpled. So if I do another big project again for the bird journal like this, I probably will split it up into 2 videos just because this was really long. This took a lot of time, and it was very, it was just very tiring, and I couldn't actually I couldn't even look at the video to edit it. I couldn't look at any of my videos to edit them. So I went a week without editing, because it just was so exhausting, unfortunately. So there we go. I don't know if you can see it, I sewed a whole border around the edge there, so that way the tea dye sheet that's inside the paper kind of stays there as well. It stays put, just because I had a little concern with it kind of binding with the in the edge of the book, and once I sew it in, I was a little concerned it might bind a little bit. So just kind of keep it down in its place where it belongs. I did that. So as you can see there, I'm just tying up some loose ends. So I have some stuff I might add on to the backs of these or what have you. I just haven't done it yet. Maybe in another video when I work on it, I will do that. Okay, so we're just gonna, this is gonna be a little roll-up envelope. All right. This one I don't think I sewed. I don't remember now off the top of my head. I think I just liked the way it looked, so I didn't do it. Oh, rubbing off glue. Oh, that sounds awful. I'm removing the glue with my fingers. Probably not much better. What the hell am I doing here? Huh, I'm not even sure what I'm doing. Oh, I know what I'm doing. So because I noticed that the distressed edge on the red piece of paper there in that envelope was, I realized the distressed edge was on the wrong side. It would be like covered up, and where it needed to be the distressed edge, it looked not so good. So I decided to take some of Tim Holtz copper spray. What I did was I sprayed it on a piece of cellophane, just a couple squirts, and then what I did was I took the cellophane and kind of moved it around a little bit onto the piece of red paper, which then transferred the mica. It actually looks pretty good dry. Doesn't really look that great in the video, but when you look at it like in person, it looks a lot better. So, and I'm going to cut out some little woodland creatures from a Bambi book that I had. Not woodland, I'm just going to cut out the birds, because that's all we care about. Birds. Birds. That's all my cats care about is birds. trying to figure out like where I could put them. So I didn't like them just kind of sit in the middle of nowhere, but I thought, oh, you know what, why don't we use a little bit more of that lace? Looks really pretty. Sorry, I got glue all over my fingers and it bothers me, so I kind of rub my fingers a lot. It's not pill rolling. Don't have a neurological condition. There we go. Then I found this little baby bird too as well, and I thought he would be cute. It was on the same page. Looks like the little woodpeckers are watching the little baby fly away. He'll come back, maybe. They loved him, so they have set him free. I hated that saying. If you love something, set it free. Excuse me. And if it comes back, and it was yours. I'm like, no, I'm not going to set my cats free. Yep, inking. My favorite part of any video is inking. So beautiful. Alright. I didn't know how I was going to feel about doing this bird journal. I knew I had some stuff that had some birds on it, and I was like, you know what, maybe we'll see. See if, you know, because I did a poll on Instagram, and that's how I came up with this idea. And I didn't really think I was going to like it all that much, but I'm actually really enjoying it. The birds are cute, easy to work with, you know. I found some really, like those stamps I got, those were dollar store stamps. The ones I stamped with the hummingbird right there, yeah, dollar store stamps, so that's kind of cool. I mean, you know, I paid for $1 and I got like 6 or 7 stamps. I don't know why the lace is causing me such a kerfuffle there. There we go. Good job. I'd high-five myself, but I'm holding the mic in one hand, so that probably wouldn't work very well. Alright. Oh. Little baby bird. I'm gonna say that baby bird does not look like its parents there. I think the missus might have been stepping out with the male bird. Or the milk bird. That'd be nice to have like a little word there, fly, you know, because the little sun's flying off. Maybe it's just a blended family. It could be just a blended family. Bob there married Marie, you know, she had a little baby bird. You know, she lost her husband in the Great Bird Wars. So we married her, took him in. Okay, yeah. I have too much time on my hands. So what I did was I cut the edges off of the, where that is, you could see in the corners there. It just kind of made it a nicer transition to that blue envelope. I thought they're not even, well, hopefully I cut straight, but probably not. So that's it. That's what I did. So now I'm bringing it in a little bit closer. It's hard for me to do close because when I do, it cuts off some of the stuff, which I'm probably telling you right there right now. So there's one of our little envelopes. I'm going to show you how those all work right there. That one's a little tighter because of the way I sewed it, but that's okay. We have that envelope down there, which is off screen because, you know, why would I put it on screen? It's off screen because there's just not enough room. So there we go. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Like and subscribe. Bye.